Greetings, boxing fans. Welcome to Top Boxing, the channel you come to for the other perspective. That's what Top Boxing, the other perspective. Great weekend of boxing, starting 2020 out the right way. Great fights. I'll probably make another video on all those fights. But this particular video is about Julian Williams, J-Rock versus JEISON, ROSARIO. Banana. Is bananas. No, it's going to be a great fight. If it's anything like last weekend, well, this past weekend, this should be a great fight. Now, I'm looking at these two gentlemen. J-Rock coming off that big win over Jared Hurd. The big specimen and Hurd. A guy that takes a lot of punishment and gives out a lot of punishment. And I'm looking at JEISON ROSARIO that has been stopped before by not a journeyman, but a C-level fighter, Gallimore. And I put Julian Williams up there with the best in the division. I think he's an A-level fighter. Yes, he's lost to Charlo, but it was one of those great punches that Charlo probably never throw again in his career. So it was just perfectly timed. I don't think I've seen anything like that in a long time. The way he timed Julian coming in and he just stacked him. So that was a great knockout. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth a look. Jamal Charlo versus J-Rock Williams. The knockout, just perfection. Violent perfection, I should add. Julian Williams, great fighter from Philly. He's had a rough time, a rough upbringing. Young man trying to do some great things in his neighborhood up in Philly. ROSARIO from Dominican Republic, of course, hard living in these islands. And lost to Gallimore, young man, was stopped by Gallimore. Gallimore lost to Teixeira, Julian Williams, and who else did he lose to? And Lubin. Lubin, in fact, lost to Charlo. You see the circle continues. But what do I think of ROSARIO? I think he's a decent fighter. I think he's learned from that loss. So it's gonna be an interesting fight because ROSARIO's coming in, wanting to prove a point that he belongs. And J-Rock really doesn't have to prove that he belongs, but he has to have a good showing this coming weekend because he wants to fight the big undivided guys, and they want his belts, because he has all of them. Then he's a unified champion. So I see whatever happens in this fight this coming weekend, shipping up a lot at 154. There's a lot of stuff at stake. January the 18th between ROSARIO and J-Rock. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, is it a full conclusion that J-Rock beats him? I think J-Rock wins, but I think it's a much better fight than people are making it out to be. ROSARIO is not coming in to run. So it's important to know that this kid has a good left hook. He takes a good punch. Doesn't like it to the body a lot. But he has a good power punch. But the difference for him is a lot of power punchers, they don't really like defense a lot. So, but he's kind of perfect for J-Rock because his defense is similar with Hurd. You know, he likes to put his earmuffs on, and that's kind of how J-Rock was rocking Hurd. As soon as he put his muffs on, he was tagging him, and Hurd wasn't fast enough to punch him between his punches, or catch him in between his punches. So he just kept absorbing them until he was stopped. So do I see this happening that way? No, I think ROSARIO is going to be able to return fire. And I think what J-Rock has to be careful for in this one is getting caught in between punches. Because this kid he can crack. And he's learned from his last fight, where he was hurt by Gallimore. Combination of body shots and a nice left hook was really the punches that hurt Rosario, and his stoppage loss to Gallimore. Like I said before, we went on to lose to Teixeira and all bigger guys. Julian Williams, of course. When they get into the ring, I think what's gonna matter is that he does the same thing he did to Hurd. He's gonna have to walk this kid down. He's gonna have to take the center of the ring, and I think the fight plan is gonna look very much like what you saw against Hurd, because this kid is gonna be a live dog if you let him. If you give him confidence in the beginning stages, I think it's gonna get more confident how the fight goes on. So J-Rock's gonna have to come in and tag him early. And for Rosario, he's gonna have to keep his chin down and not back straight out, because J-Rock likes to catch you going out the back door, and he likes the body work. And he's committed to it. I like J-Rock's commitment. I like the road that he's taken. He's taking his loss. He's taking his L, and he's not taking this kid lightly. I saw the build up to this with him talking about this fight. He's taking this kid seriously, which tells me he stops him. I think he stops him. Rosario has been only stopped once. He only has one loss in his record. 24 fights, 23 or 24. So the prediction for this is that J-Rock wins. It's hard to tell. It depends on how this kid comes to fight. I think J-Rock is going to come and try to be impressive. So I'm going to give a wide margin. I think it's anywhere from the 5th to the 9th round that J-Rock stops him. Now, does this kid have a good chance? Yeah, he's a big puncher. This is boxing. Anything can happen. Even this past weekend, we saw a lot of things happen in the ring. I guess I'm talking to French on Cruz and Miss Jimenez. But that was unexpected. I just didn't know how that was going to play out. But going back to J-Rock and Rosario, Banana, should be a good fight. Even though I say it's going to be stopped, but I think he has his moments in there with J-Rock, and shows that he belongs. Now, don't be surprised if this kid is learning more than I think he's learned from his loss to what's his name, Gallimore. Don't be surprised if he goes to 12. But the fight being in Philly, with Julian, J-Rock being as focused as he is, I think he stops him. I think he sends a message to the rest of the division. So this is what I have on this particular video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks a lot. This is Top Boxing.